The sun burned low over the rocky ridge, casting long shadows that twisted like ghosts across the desert floor. The SEALs crouched behind jagged boulders, scanning the horizon with tense, trained eyes. "Too many snipers on us," one whispered, voice tight, threaded with fear and disbelief. Each man felt the invisible weight of unseen rifles trained on them. And yet, among them, she moved with calm, a quiet certainty that belied the danger. 7 enemy marksmen lay in wait, their presence a deadly secret only now realized. Then she had the responsibility to neutralize them all before anyone could act. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who is listening. Her heartbeat was steady, but every fiber of her being hummed with awareness. Dust swirled around her, stirred by the restless wind, and the scent of sand and heat filled her nostrils. She had faced hostile territory before, had nothing like this. One misstep could cost lives. One misjudged breath could turn her into a target. Her fingers grazed the cool metal of her sniper rifle, the comforting weight grounding her. She drew a slow breath, letting her instincts take over, her mind calculating angles, distances, and the rhythm of potential movement. The SEALs moved as one, muscles coiled, weapons ready. Their trust in her was implicit, but unspoken. She felt the responsibility like a physical presence pressing against her chest. She thought of her team, of their families, of every mission that had brought her here. Every lesson drilled into her now mattered, not just skill, but patience, focus, and clarity under unbearable pressure. 7 targets. 7 lives hanging in the balance. She sighted the first enemy, noting the slight tilt of his rifle, the shadow under his helmet. One breath, one shot, clean, precise. The first enemy dropped silently, swallowed by the sand. She didn't celebrate, there was no time. The remaining 6 were still alive, still dangerous. 2, 3. Her hands were steady, but her mind raced, calculating wind shifts, sunlight glare, and the smallest flickers of movement. Each pull of the trigger was deliberate, a testament to skill and restraint. The SEALs whispered among themselves, barely daring to believe what they were witnessing. Their admiration was mixed with awe, a tinge of disbelief. They had doubted her, underestimated her, and now their trust was vindicated in the most lethal way imaginable. The 4th shot struck true, the 5th followed swiftly, and the 6th fell. Moments later. 7. 7 enemies neutralized before they had any inkling of the threat. The desert fell silent again, the wind carrying away the echoes of precision and control. The SEALs lowered their rifles, their expressions a mixture of relief, awe, and gratitude. She finally exhaled, feeling the tension slowly leave her muscles, replaced by a quiet, resolute calm. But amidst the victory, moral questions tugged at her conscience. Each target was a life ended, each pull of the trigger a decision with irreversible consequences. Was it right? Was it necessary? She reminded herself of the mission, of her duty, and of the lives her actions had saved. In war, clarity is often wrapped in shades of gray, and courage must navigate moral terrain with precision as sharp as the rifle she had wielded. The wind returned, brushing across her face like a soft exhalation of relief. The SEALs moved with coordination, checking perimeters, securing the area. Their movements fluid and practiced, a silent tide of professional skill. The whispers of admiration and disbelief rose, the atmosphere charged with respect. "I've never seen anything like that," one muttered quietly, eyes wide. She allowed herself a brief smile, not of triumph, but of recognition. Courage and precision had met in perfect alignment. She had not sought glory, yet the acknowledgement was undeniable. Each SEAL now looked at her not with skepticism, but with profound respect for her composure, her skill, and her quiet determination. Because true courage is often silent. It is deliberate, unseen, until the moment it must reveal itself. Strength does not always announce itself, it steadies, it waits, and it acts when stakes are highest. And sometimes the smallest presence wields the greatest impact, turning potential disaster into precise, controlled victory. She lowered her rifle fully, feeling the weight of her actions settle within her. The desert stretched endlessly, shadows shifting with the sinking sun, a canvas for the deadly ballet that had just unfolded. The SEALs' whispers of awe and admiration continued, subtle applause in their gestures, eyes, and nods. She had not only neutralized a threat, but had anchored her team's trust in skill and poise. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And sometimes, the quietest sniper in the field is the one who changes the course of history in 7 decisive, unforgettable shots. If this story inspired you, comment below with a time someone exceeded all expectations, or a moment when courage surprised you. And don't forget to subscribe to Whispered Words for more stories that reveal that heroes come in all forms. And mastery often hides in silence until the perfect moment.